and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the first ever, I'm going to say that one more time because I am gassed, the first ever episode of Incensed, a Pokemon GO podcast. With me, your boy, Casual Coops. We've also got the Wannabe Trainer Club, Pogo Milo UK, the Tech Lord, Ian Waterfall, and my personal favourite, Masterful 27. Now, boys, talk to me. How are you all feeling today?
Feeling absolutely amazing.
I was having a really good day until you started dishing dirt on me, man. What's wrong with you?
Absolutely buzzing. Surreal, buzzing, mate.
You know it's done with love, Milo. You do know that.
Absolutely. How are you, Coops? Are you having a good day?
Dude, listen, I am so excited. Like, I am super excited. But before we get into the actual podcast, lads, because it's our first ever episode. Yes, I just said it again. Our first ever episode, and people may or may not know who we are. I think we should maybe just go around one at a time and sort of tell them a little bit about ourselves. So, if you're all right with that, Milo, let's start with you, Trainer Club. Let's go.
Hey, all right. So here we go. I'm Milo, and I'm 25. And by the time you're listening to this, I will be 26.
Ooh, as a birthday
cool
plug.
Information.
As a birthday plug. Do we sing now? Oh my God, we should sing at the end. Sorry, mate. Carry
on. It depends on how long this recording goes on for.
Plus, also, we can't afford to pay for the license for Happy Birthday.
Okay.
Oh no,
and
we can't afford anything like that.
Always got Ian looking out for us. Tech Lord Ian.
We needed to be like you. We
I'm
can't
not the
afford that
producer for
copyright.
nothing.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Carry on.
I like my cards, my EDM, and gins, and maybe shocked to know, but Pokemon GO is the only Pokemon game I've ever played.
What for real?
Yeah, never touched the main series games ever.
No Switch, no Game Boy Color when you were 8.
Nothing. I was a PSP.
Man, to start off with. You were a FIFA boy,
Need
weren't
for
you?
Speed. Need for Speed, man.
Need for Speed.
Milo, I'm sorry, but you should have given a trigger warning before dropping a comment like that, man.
I know it triggers some people
off.
on my live streams. And if you were triggered, let us know by leaving a rating.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. We're plugging it. We were going to do that at the end. We're doing it now. Yeah, guys, leave us a rating.
And please don't let it be a 1. It's just because he's never played.
If it's a 1-star, we'll find you.
We will track you down.
Right, come on then, Ian. Tell us a little bit about yourself, mate.
Okay, so I am Ian. I have been playing Pokemon GO since day one, but we're not talking about Pokemon GO. We're talking about ourselves. And something that you probably didn't know about me is I am a PADI scuba diving instructor.
Do you know what's really weird about this? I was going to ask this. I was going to play this game after, and you've just jumped straight in and told us that information.
Yep.
What, certified, yeah?
I am I'm what's called an IDC staff instructor, which basically means I can assist with teaching instructor level training and everything below that.
Do you know what, right? When I used to work in Australia, there were people sort of like during the crew, and they would like go off on port and they do, what was it called? Is it the first few levels are called, it's like a letter number, like a P something 1, is it?
It depends on the training agency.
Right.
The first course that you would do would really be an open water diver.
Right.
And then you'd go on for that. But again, there are other training agencies and have different level ratings.
Oh, mate, that's amazing. And anything else you want to throw in there, or?
Not an awful lot. If you cut me in half, I'd probably have an Apple logo right through the middle of me. You touched on that earlier.
Like a tree with a
ring.
Right,
come on then, Mark. Boy, talk to me.
Right, so for those people that I've never revealed my name, but I am Mark. I'm Masterful 27. So...
Oh, sorry, that was me. I said Mark first. Sorry.
No, don't worry, because that's what I was going to reveal, what you didn't know about me. But no, I'm Mark, obviously, Masterful 27. Why Masterful 27? Well, I've played this game before when I was a kid. You know, we had our old wanted to be a DJ, and I wanted to be DJ Masterful, and that stuck. I'm 27. Well, that's my lucky number. Nothing exciting there. But yeah. I'm a bit like Milo. Just play Pokemon GO. So,
and that's it. Right, Ian, I think we just need to do a podcast, mate, me and you. We need to cut these them off.
Starting off the trainer club digging, and now we're cutting the dead weight.
You know I love you. I'd never leave you. Never leave you.
Coops. We cannot cut the other two loose because we need Milo to edit.
Yes. Which brings me to. Before we do proper start this podcast, I want to do a massive shout out to my Brett for doing the intro music. He always always does music for me, really. He's such a legend. So, Brett, if you're listening, mate, thank you so much. And I absolutely love it when it goes to I choose you. I absolutely love it. Which then also leads me on to Milo and Ian. Thank you very much for the beautiful artwork that you've done for the podcast. We wanted it to be so bad that it's brilliant. And I think you gents got it bang on.
Mostly Ian's glorious work.
I don't want to take all the credit.
It was fantastic. And as Ian just said, Milo is the, I'm going to say, unfortunate one that's going to be editing this. So if the sound comes out a bit shit, you know who to blame. It's not us, it's Milo.
Yep, you can blame me for that all.
No, listen, we're going to play a quick game, right? And Ian, this is weird because you kind of read my mind, which is really strange. But I want to play a quick game with you all. I want to play a quick game to break our podcast virginity. Let's say that. And I want you, because obviously if nobody knows, we all haven't met each other, like all four of us. I've personally met Milo's met me, and Ian and Mark, you guys have met each other, right?
Yeah, we've hung out a few times, yeah.
Yeah, but as a four, we've never actually met each other. So I wanted to play a quick game, and I want each of us to tell the group something about yourself that we don't know about. Now, Ian, you're going to have to think on the spot here, mate. So Milo, you're going to go first, mate.
Yeah, I've kind of already done that, We'll
but
go.
Milo, you go first. And then Ian, I'll give you a few minutes.
Oh, a random thing. Are any of you a fan of the Grand Tour, the Amazon show?
Yeah, you can't beat a bit of Clarkson, Hammond,
I
and
do
May.
like it too.
I managed to go to the filming of the very last ever studio episode.
Wow, that is awesome.
If you watch, I think it's series 3, episode 12, I am stood in the back of shot behind Jeremy Clarkson.
Ooh,
on
you
camera.
get a cameo. You get a cameo.
I'm on camera. You can see me.
Oh my
You
God.
can see my ugly visage.
I'm going to be going on Amazon straight after this podcast, and I'm going to check
it out.
Absolutely. I'll be doing the same. That's fair. To be fair, mate. Very interesting fact. What about you? Mark? I'm going to give Ian another minute.
Yeah, we need to give Ian a bit more minutes. He's got to come up with something else exciting. So when I was, when I was working back in the day, it feels like a long time ago, I applied to get on The Apprentice, the UK show, The Apprentice. And
No way.
I traipsed myself on the train to Birmingham for the first audition, had to do a second audition in Leicester, and made it all the way through to the first television auditions for the show.
Wow.
And obviously, I just didn't have a face for it. So, they didn't have a...
No, you were too
Either
intelligent.
that or you wasn't a big enough cock.
Too intelligent, yeah, I'd like to believe that.
Ian, I agree with Ian. Yeah, I agree with Ian. I love that.
People, before we get any further, I want to drop this to you, and I'm sure Coops has probably already got this in his show notes. However, this podcast is very likely to be explicit. We are not going to be censoring any opinions or anything at all. So if we offend you, it's not intended. But if you're easily offended, it's probably best to listen with caution.
It's only fucks, not quacks here.
Yeah.
No quacks, Coops.
I'm
No quacks.
disappointed that we've waited 5 minutes and Ian's had to remind everyone. None of us actually swore before, so thank fuck for that, Ian. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Now that's
Started
out,
easy.
Yeah.
Starting it easy before we really get into our stride.
Now that's out there.
We ease them in. Yeah.
Now that's out there effing window. Ian, have you got your fact, mate? Before, or do you want me to go?
I
Okay.
have. No, I will go, and then I'll allow you to go. And I'm going to follow the trend that you two have already set in terms of TV. I have never actually physically appeared on TV, but my voice has.
Ooh.
I have actually been lucky enough to go to show tapings of 2 episodes of the US sitcom 2.5 Men, and you can hear me on the laugh track for the 2 episodes I went to.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
I
Nice.
was literally
Seriously.
I was literally 2 meters away from Charlie Sheen during one of the tapings.
That's amazing.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird, yeah? What's really funny, what I'm about to say, you lot are going to die. This segment feels really fake now to the listeners because my facts about television as well.
You're
It's
fucking
like-
joking.
No way. Oh my God.
I'm being serious, and everyone listening, but they've planned this. I swear on my life, we have not planned this. But my fact is actually about television. So we're going to go back, like Mark said, back in the day, back in the good old days. This is 2010, and if you don't know my background, I'm a dancer and a musical theatre performer. Sort of went to college for 4 years, studied in dance, singing, drama, all that jazz. Excuse the pun there. And,
Just hands.
yeah, I was
Slipped out.
actually a backing dancer for the Raw Variety performance in 2010 for Take That.
Oh,
You're kidding.
oh my God.
Wow.
That's mad.
And you know what's even funnier? The costume had no clothes on. I was fully naked, apart from a female thong, which, as we like to call it, a jockstrap. That's all I had on was a jockstrap.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A little bit too much information there.
And it's on YouTube. So now we've done this, I'm going to send you the link over. Yeah, it was their progress album. It was the although no one understood, they were holding back the flood. Yeah. Oh, copyright. Sorry, it was that tune. And we were naked. We just had the male jockstrap on, and we had all body paint on. And it sounds weird, but when you watch it, it makes sense. But that is my interesting fact. So.
Okay, so we're going to have to put a link to that in the show notes so that everyone listening can see that.
I was going to say, can we tweet it out? Just horrify a bunch of people.
No, do you know what's funny? There was like 100 of us, and I was in row 6, so you won't be able to see me. You won't be able to see my bare bottom. Don't worry about that, boys.
Saved.
That's kind of mad that we all went for something to do with like televised performance.
Yeah. And one more time, we didn't plan that, guys. We did not plan.
I need to say my notes I wrote were on the 10th of February at 23:28. I will post that on our Twitter just to confirm. So you can't call us a fucking bunch of liars.
Exactly. Now, first of all, if you are listening and you have got this far, thank you. We should all round of applause.
Yes, well done. Well done, you. You got through the bollocks.
Milo, insert massive audience sound effects. Cheer.
Yeah, I'll find one. I found just silence.
Tumbleweed.
Where's the awkward cricket noise? That's it.
So I just want to, before we do get in, I said this 10 minutes ago before we get into the podcast, and I'm saying it again because we've been chit-chatting. But before we do get into the real podcast, about all the Pokemon Go goodness, which you've all been here to listen for, I just wanted to give you a little insight on kind of like how this was created, because as I said earlier, that none of us, well, like I said, 2 of us have met, but all 4 of us haven't actually met, and we all kind of met virtually, gents, all through YouTube and Twitter, right?
Yeah,
definitely, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. #COVID.
Hashtag COVID. So we kind of met through then, and then we made a group chat on Twitter, and we've just sort of been supporting each other, all UK YouTubers, and we do raids together, and just chat a load of bollocks really on the group chat. And now, who was it that said 3 weeks ago? Was it Ian?
Mark mentioned it.
I think
originally.
it was
Mark.
Yeah. It was a random one. I was in the kitchen, just stood there doing some breakfast, and I just put it out in the group and said, anyone fancy doing a podcast? And
it was kind of mad that you said that at that time, because I had literally written on my whiteboard of ideas, podcast with other YouTubers.
So are you into manifesting, Milo? Is it just ideas, or are you into manifesting?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just fucking write anything down, really. And then I didn't really know whether I should put it forward as an idea, because I'm like, I don't know how it would work logistically. But I'm glad that Mark had the balls to actually go ahead and say the idea.
I'm impressed, guys. I'm impressed that Milo's got a whiteboard and he actually uses it. You know, I've got one that I was meant to take back to work, and it's just kind of stayed in my office.
You could doodle on it.
Work from home, so fair play, mate.
Draw some rubbish on it.
Saying that, I've got one in my kitchen. I don't think I've ever used it, and I've lived here for 20 years. I don't think I've ever used it. So and then obviously when Mark said gents podcast, we all kind of agreed to it. I don't really know why, because I'm really not enjoying myself. No, we all kind of agreed to it.
Then.
Okay, we all agreed to it. Yeah, we was all bantering on Twitter. Then we had a it was probably our first ever Zoom call between all 4 of us about 2 weeks ago. And then and Mark, you can finish off this story because I love it, and you're the guy for it.
Yeah. So we were there, we were chatting away, and again, as Coops sort of says there, we're virtually meeting sort of, we met first time, then we were chatting away, then we come up with the idea, put some meat on the bones and all that. And then I'm there being blissfully ignorant to some of the conversations. I've popped an incense on Pokemon Go as we're chatting away. And as we're sort of pulling it all together, there's me incensing a shiny.
And it was at that point, weren't it? We all looked at each other through our beautiful rubbish webcams, and we went, "This is it." Because
it speaks for yourself.
Yeah, Ian and I have got actual cameras up.
My 2008 MacBook Pro. No, but we were all sort of toying with the idea. We were like, Incense, the Pokemon Go podcast, Incense. We were trying to think of things in the game, and that was it. And Mark said, yeah, we'd start. What was the other one? Team Go Rocket, Poffins,
Rocket Radar,
Rocket Radar, Mysterious Component.
The Mysterious Component.
That was my favourite. The Mysterious Component.
The Mysterious Component podcast. Just Christ.
And then, yeah, from the shiny Eevee, Incensed, a Pokemon Go podcast was born. So while I'm on that note, everybody, if you're listening, we're going to try and keep these podcasts about an hour long, which gives you time to pop an incense on, maybe grab a beer. Obviously, if you're driving and you're listening, please do not grab a beer. And gents, let's get on with the show. Are we ready?
Are we popping an incense
definitely.
ourselves?
Yeah,
yeah.
let's pop an incense. We're popping an incense right now. And
Incense.
and you know what? I would say it's actually quite a good event at the moment, right? For an incense.
It's not too bad.
Trying to get
Not
that
too shabby.
shiny mill tank, Ian. You still need it, right?
Do not rub it in. I am so bitter. You three have one. I'm still waiting. And I have had incenses and laws on at work, and it is just not happening.
Oh, I'm just going to open my San Miguel. San Miguel, can you sponsor us, please?
That is so. I love that. That is the open. Love it.
It is
so,
such a satisfying noise.
Gentlemen, let's get in. Let's get into the Pokemon Go goodness. The juice of today's. I was going to say vlog then. The juice of today's podcast. Milo, you are going to tell us all about the Kanto event because that is in less than a week. This is on Saturday. So it's in 5-6 days depending on whenever you're listening to this. So mate, tell us all about the Kanto event, brother.
Just getting gotcha connected. Cut me out, Milo. Hey, there we go.
Isn't that cheating?
Well, I mean, thus far I've incensed a freaking Bunnelby, which I'd rather chemically castrate myself.
Yeah, I suppose you don't PvP, do you?
Really don't. No, I'm the trainer club man. You know.
No. Oh yeah, sorry.
Doing the announcement. Come on.
Yeah, sorry. And here
The Kanto
go.
event.
Detail.
You're going to need Ultra Balls if you're not an idiot.
We're throwing shade already, right?
So much shade already.
Tell us about the Kanto event.
By this time, you're all aware that the Kanto Day is happening on February the 20th, and it's a 12-hour event. It's 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. your local time. And I'm right in saying that this is the longest single event that they've run in terms of the game, because Go Fest 2020 was a 10-hour day. So this is 12 hours. I won't go over too many more details about that because I'm sure you can check out their Twitter, or the in-game news will support and show you what you need to do. But would like to put a little proviso on this, that obviously we're recording this a little bit ahead of time, so there might be more modern information that's been released that we don't talk about.
Yeah, correct. Thank you for that, Milo. And you know what, lads, in regards to obviously the pandemic, the coronavirus situation, this could be, I don't know if you lot agree, tell me your thoughts afterwards. This Kanto event in Feb could be the biggest event of 2021. Like it literally could be.
I don't know, like certainly for now, I really want to see what they do with the Go Fest this year. I don't think we're going to get Safari Zones and Go Fest.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. If you know, man like COVID is still here, this genuinely could be the biggest event of 2021, which is a little bit depressing, to be honest.
In February, it's very depressing. It's almost like write the year off.
But I would like to say, we haven't seen what Niantic might do with this event. I mean, there was probably still more details to come out, and there are things that they've released about the Kanto event which are a bit of a letdown, you know, considering that. So
Sweepstakes.
It's just, I do think that Go Fest 2021, whenever they announce that and get round to doing it, it'll be similar to 2020.
Completely agree. I
2
think
days,
it's going to be a virtual
all of that
event.
jazz.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be the biggest event of the year, but it's going to be pretty mega. They've hyped this up now for 3 months.
Yeah.
It'll be the biggest event of February, won't it? That's probably a fair.
Actually,
fair thing to say,
I disagree. For me, Rosalia Community Day was the best event of February.
Not the Team Go Rocket event.
No. First of all, I can't even believe I've not even asked this yet. What colours everyone going with? Green or red?
It reminds me, I need to choose.
Yeah, and me. So then that's to Ian and Mark.
Oh yeah, let Mark and Ian go first.
I'll defer to Mark. I've made a decision, but I haven't actually pushed the button yet.
For me, it was simple, and I'll explain for why later. But I went green.
Went for green. You can tell us now, mate. You can tell us now.
Green, and the reason I went green simply was I want shiny Bellsprout. There you go.
And that's it.
Done.
And I have just chosen green for exactly the same reason.
Have you just done it now?
I've just done it now.
Oh. Ian, talk to me. What about you?
I have made my decision purely aesthetically. I hated the badge for the green.
Oh, yeah.
You vain git.
The Charizard badge is so much better than the Venusaur badge, so I am going red purely and simply because I do not like that green badge.
So you're happy with getting Ekans?
No, I have a shitload of those, but I will be happy if I get a Krabby or a Geodude. because I don't have either of those as a shiny.
Ian, I can just imagine you in bed every night, like looking at your badge, like stroking your phone, like my Charizard medal.
I'm glad you went to stroke my phone.
We did say it's explicit podcast.
Yeah. No, do you
Under
know
the
what might
covers.
make you lot laugh? Someone actually tagged me on Twitter because I had the same issue. Ian, I had the same issue. What are you laughing at?
There's someone tagging you on Twitter.
Oh, you donut. But I had the same issue as you, Ian, because I really like the Charizard, but I think I'm going to go green. Like I said, casual. I still haven't chosen yet. But apparently, if you log in to your account on 2 phones and you press one red on one and one green at the same time, now apparently it works. And this is really bad, but I think I'm going to try it. Is that bad
No.
to admit?
A couple of friends of mine have done it.
Oh,
in
okay.
the local groups. I honestly think it's going to lead to complete pandemonium.
Yeah, bear in mind, we are dealing with Niantic here.
Yeah,
This is Niantic who can't even tell their arse from their elbow half the time.
You'll get Hoenn spawns.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get something completely wrong. You'll just get Venusaur and Charizard spawn. That's it. And you won't be able to, you get no raids.
Listen,
And I'll
think
say,
of the
"Serves you
XL
right, you
candy.
bastard."
Think of the Charmander XL candy, though.
Get your Ultra Balls ready.
Clear your bag
Yeah,
space.
you'll need them.
Do you know what, though? I only wanted one up on Ian. I wanted to be in bed and stroking both badges, to be fair. That's the only reason.
You must have a king-size bed then.
Yeah, the Queen. No, listen. Do you know what? No, I'm going to go green. So who was that for green? That was me, Mark, and Milo, and Ian. You're the ready.
I
Rank
seem to
outside,
see this is the way these podcasts are going to go. You're all going to team up on me, you group of bastards.
Well, to be
Yeah.
fair, he stabbed me in the back within the first 30 seconds. So
Well, yeah, okay, fair play. Each for their own.
no, it's just I was looking. I'm like the Bellsprout shiny family is super rare. I feel it's one of those Pokemon that should have had a community day during the pandemic. It should have been a com day move, like sort of thing, but they just chucked it away with some random event. And I needed another Sandshrew. That's bide the bide.
I feel like a lot of people basically pick green or red. It's narrowing it down, right? And it's to what shinies you need, right? Really,
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
It's
So-
increased shiny odds and a few exclusive incense spawns.
So gents, like going off from this year, because I think it's a good time to ask. Like all jokes aside, as we all know, we paid £11.99,
£12, £11.99. Yeah.
Yeah, £11.99. Why did you all pay for it? What does obviously apart from the obvious, we love creating Pokemon Go videos. Hence, we got the YouTube thing. We love the content and we love that side of it. But like, what do you want to get out of this event? Like, why did you pay for it? Talk to me.
XL candy. That's quite just because of the fact that I think the Kanto Pokemon, the spawns are getting rarer and rarer. Certainly with like newer events and things, they'll start pushing Gen 6 a bit more. We've still got a bit of Gen 5 to go, I think.
Yeah, there's still Gen 5. Yeah.
It's going to be a really good opportunity to stock up on some pretty decent mons. A lot of Gen 1 get Mega Pokemon forms. Some, and even like Mega Pinsir is a thing. There's Mega Scizor, so stocking up on a good shiny Scyther potentially.
Yeah.
All of that jazz. We've seen how good paid ticket events can be, the Safari Zones and the Go Fest, even the Play From Home ones. I genuinely thought the 2020 Safari Zones and the Go Fest were a pretty solid event.
There were some of the best events last year for sure.
I mean, I
Absolutely.
really enjoyed the Go Fest last year, despite some of the technical glitches and whatever. It was an absolutely cracking weekend.
Sorry, what? Technical glitches? What are you talking about?
I know, unheard of in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Completely foolproof game. But
This has just been you, Milo. My mind runs fine.
just Niantic hate me. I have insulted them on many occasions.
Yeah, I think we all have.
Fun.
We all have.
I think that it's a too good an opportunity to pass up, and I'm also a tad salty because the December 2020 Com Day reroll, I didn't get enough Rhyhorn XL candy to max one out for the quest, and that pissed me
You
off.
did say you did say at the start XL candy though, bro. So Mark, what about you, mate?
Well, I don't want to copy his answer, but yeah, no. Joke aside, I just want to film shinies. I love the idea of getting all those Kanto Pokemon.
Yeah, we got the Snorlax, right?
Pokédex
Snorlax is a
shinies.
big
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Buzzing for Snorlax, buzzing for Spearow, even though it's not that great.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
want that
Hitmonlee,
shiny
which-
Ditto,
yeah, I
don't you,
mean,
Mark?
Well,
Don't
we'll
we all?
probably talk about that in a bit as well, guys. But I'm not as excited about it as I was earlier. But no, I mean, I just want to feel my shiny Kanto decks, and as Milo says, and I think we've all alluded to it, they're getting rarer to find, and I've started working towards level 50 on some of these, and I'm slightly concerned that they're going to vanish completely. your Pidgeys and all that now, and Rattatas, you don't
That's
see
true,
them.
actually.
I haven't seen a Rattata for
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. And Ian, what about you, fella?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. FOMO.
Okay. I like the way you just dropped that. You had the pause. You went, I'm not going to lie. Wait for it.
It was
Wait for it.
wait for it,
very good
drop it.
delivery.
Shiny
Just
FOMO,
FOMO in
like,
general. These ticketed events are very good. I mean, yeah, we're paying for it. We expect to get something decent out of it. But being a free-to-play player
Oh, controversial here.
is
Controversial here.
very, very tough. And whilst we don't have to invest in these events, one, they give us fucking brilliant content. But secondly, they give us a better chance of getting better Pokemon,
Yes,
shiny
yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
And let's face it, we've got a 12-hour day for £12. That's £1 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Milo would spend that in raid passes in 1 hour.
Yes, I would. And I have done.
So, Milo, are you free to play? No.
You can check out some of my bits and pieces. You'll see I'm really not.
It's free to play for the first 5 minutes of each day.
So Ian, are you genuinely like Mark? You're not free to play,
I'm
right?
so
not
No,
at
you're
all.
not. Oh, you're not either.
I've never been free to play. No.
He's bought the tickets. That in itself.
No, but he said FOMO, so I'd have let him.
No, but yeah, literally, that is the main reason. I mean, it's simple. You want what you can have, and if we don't buy the ticket, you ain't going to get the same event as if you do buy the ticket. So,
do you know what it is for me as well? I kind of, because Kanto Generation 1 obviously been out since the start, 2016. I think for me, yeah, I want to draw a line under it and move on. I want to get all the Kanto shinies. I want to just call it a day and move on. And obviously, if there are specific mons like your Charmander, you're going to want that XL candy. But I mean, in general, for me, the big thing is I wanted to do it. I wanted to get all the shinies. I wanted to get everything that I could out of the event. Obviously, create a vlog about it. But just I'm done. I want Kanto after this. I want it to just be done. And because as we know, they release things very slowly. These old Niantic,
very slow. We're looking to get one new Pokemon a month. And
every quarter,
when was the last time, guys? When was the last time we saw a new legendary?
Oh my god! Seriously.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they are
I think
recycling
technically
everything.
it was Genesect.
Genesect when
the
released.
first Genesect when it was shiny. If you're going to
but
really quibble about it, that was available in research earlier in 2020. So a lot of people were actually saying that technically it was Curem in July 2020.
Ian, you did actually mention, which is funny because I've got it in me show notes here. You mentioned about the shiny Ditto. Talk to me. What does everybody think about shiny Ditto? Obviously, we're getting shiny Ditto. They're releasing it, but through a research
Guaranteed.
encounter. Yeah. What does everyone?
Shiny.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you
Guaranteed.
think?
I think
Missed
it's
opportunity.
it's-
Missed
I'm still
opportunity.
waiting and hoping that we're going to get it in the wild as well, because they teased on Twitter the image of the Pokeball catching and the O, a question mark, appearing with the gold text.
Well, it was gold, right? Because I
was
saw this.
gold.
It was gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of two things: either that will happen when you encounter your research reward for shiny Ditto, and it's going to appear as a shiny Rattata, and then it transforms in the research encounter, which I think, frankly, will be the biggest letdown. And it's shiny Ditto. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
If they don't put it in the wild, even if they don't put it during the Kanto event, they should put it during the Kanto day, because otherwise it's going to be ridiculously hard to find one in the wild. The odds are astonishingly low. It's insane.
Let's face it, they're gonna have to. I mean, I know Niantic are being very evasive about it, but they're gonna have to release it in the wild, because otherwise there's a paywall for that Pokemon. And it's not fair. It really isn't fair.
No, but also remember, in 6 months, they'll release another research for a shiny Ditto for everybody. This is what they do. They take all your money, and then 6 months later, it's the same thing. And then they just, whether it's 6 months or a year, could be 2 months, could be in April. They do. Everybody will get the shiny Ditto. But I don't know if you lot agree. Do you remember last year for the Go Fest when they released Rotom? And they didn't really announce it, and you just took a snapshot, and you were like, "Oh my god, we just got a Rotom." It wasn't
absolutely.
I honestly think with Ditto, they should have just made it one in every 40 Pokemon that you catch. It turns into a Ditto, and maybe 1 in 4 turns into it. Like, how hyped would we all be with that? We would be the hype on that. Like,
brilliant.
just keeping it like quite low key, let's say, but that release of it being really subtle, really low key, and letting us find out for ourselves. Because, bro, when I got the Rotom last year, I was like, oh my God, I was super, super hyped. And just with this, it's just, and obviously we know on Leaked Up in Australia, we're going to get the news 12 hours before. And I just feel like the excitement these days in this game is just so low. It's just
the thing is, everything's data mined, isn't it?
I'll tell you what,
There's no
guys.
surprises.
I mean, the last time we ever had the surprise in the UK, we suffer because we're either after the people that had it first or behind the last person, like whatever it is. But there's a certain point where we always get it in the first. There was a time when we had Clan Pearl Research Day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that, wow. Yeah.
And people were like, didn't know what was going on. And suddenly people got, I've got a shiny Clan Pearl. And everyone's going, what? It's out.
Yeah,
It's
I
out.
remember that
That
day.
was an awesome day. Yeah.
Amazing day.
And Mark, that's exactly what I miss. And I was thinking about this earlier, and I did actually want to say this on this episode. Obviously, we're going to dive into more stuff, and I'm going to save what I'm going to say because we're going to talk about the Valentines event, which actually starts tonight. Actually, and by the way, shout out Leak Duck. I'm not digging at Leak Duck. I love Leak Duck.
No, Leak Duck is
We
cool.
love Leak Duck.
I love the info.
Gents, going off from the shiny Ditto. Obviously, we're getting shiny Mew, which is absolutely lit.
Oh yes.
I'm going to say my
is.
thoughts at the end. Again, I'm not being negative. It's just how I feel. What's everybody's thoughts? Again, it's through a research. It's through a research, let's say storyline. And let's say some of the tasks, let's just fucking say it's impossible to get shiny Mew on the day of the event.
Extremely. And I think it should be like that. You know, I'm going to lead with that one. I think shiny Mew is more special. You know, I like the Celebi. I pronounced it right that time. That was an effort. But shiny Mew should be frigging hard to get. You know, I don't mind everyone getting it, but it should be hard.
No. Milo, tell me your thoughts. No. Come on, someone agree with me.
But the thing is that when we did the shiny Celebi research, which wasn't a paid ticket thing, the quests were dull as hell. They were fucking boring, and it was so difficult to make a video on it for me personally. It was literally like, I catch 5 of this Pokemon and I get a Diglett as a reward, which was dead. So I'm sorry, Coops, I'm gonna have to agree with Mark. Like, I genuinely don't mind a bit of a grind and a bit of a challenge to get it. Also, they did say this is stage 2. It's like a second stage that once you've completed all of the 150 other Pokemon, the big challenge to complete the Kanto Dex on the day and get shiny Ditto as a reward, then you unlock the quest to get shiny Mew, which is more of a storyline, which for the longest time, actually, they haven't done a proper long storyline because
It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah.
I think the last one would have actually been Celebi, the original Celebi, because the other two, Jirachi was Go Fest.
Yep.
And obviously Victini was Go Fest, and they were designed to be quite easy to play on the day and stuff over that weekend. Celebi, I think, was released a little while after the Go Fest and was more of a story trek. Like, you had to spin a stop 7 days in a row and all of that and catch like 50 psychic mons and stuff. So I welcome that grind to get a shiny mythical. I think it's really cool, to be honest.
Yeah. And like you said, really different to the shiny Celebi because that was horrific. Yeah, that was horrific.
It was face palming. I was like, I'm getting a freaking Oddish. And what was it? It was a Fungoose that can't even be freaking shiny. I'm like, why?
And Ian, your thoughts?
You're not going to like this.
God,
I agree with you guys.
Hold on, because you said at the start, this is what the podcast is going to be like. All 3 of you against me, and now you're trying to turn the table.
The worm has turned. The worm has turned. The Mew research, Niantic never made a secret about the fact that it was going to be an absolute bitch to get, and it was going to be a grind to get. And I absolutely think it should be. I don't think it should be a same-day reward because you want to really earn it.
Yeah. But okay. Here's my thoughts, and I look at it from loads of different perspectives, right? My first one, and you're going to laugh at this, is the YouTube side of things, right? When I create a vlog, I want to be able to finish the story and end off the story. P.S. Think of the thumbnail, lads. I want to do all of that. I want to.
But Niantic helping you with that because you've got 2 videos there.
No, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to start.
The road to Mew.
Yeah, I want to start.
Part 1.
Listen, do you know how long it's going to take me to walk 151 kilometers?
If it stays this fucking cold outside, it's going to be forever.
It'll be 2031. It will be me catching shiny Mew.
Well, Masterful 27 has a very good video on his channel about how you can actually get distance at home.
Yeah. Just shake your
Do
phone.
you? I've seen it. But yeah, I like for looking at it from the YouTuber side. I really want to start the quest line and I want to finish it, and I don't want it to drag on. I don't. My issue is, right, it's a hype. I'm on the event day. I'm filming. Everything about that Saturday is the Kanto event, and I don't want to catch shiny Mew in my bathroom while I'm taking a shit on a random Tuesday
You don't
afternoon.
have to,
Well,
though.
that's
You don't
your
have-
option.
No, but you understand.
Just
that
think
is
of the
your
thumbnail, though.
No,
You can have Mew exiting the lavatory.
but you must understand where I'm coming from a little bit, gents.
I do a bit, to be honest.
You don't. The hype after Kanto, it's going to be gone, and like I said, it's genuinely going to take me a week, 2, 3 weeks.
Well,
to walk
150k
that.
isn't it, or something you got to walk?
Yeah,
It's 151
Yeah.
kilometers because
Right, okay.
Kanto.
And obviously with the pandemic, I try not to get outloads, but it's like I said, I really don't like it. I disagree with it. I'm not a fan, and I like the fact that you've all got your own opinion, and I respect that. But I just hate it. Like I said, I will end up catching a shiny Mew in the most randomish, shittest way, and I just hate it. I just hate it. I feel like the Kanto event, it takes me away from reality for the day, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I can't even fucking catch the Mew.
Yeah, I get it, Coops. I get it. I mean, I had a tear in my eye when the ticker tape came down when it brought an end to the last event we had. On the second day, even though I was on my own, I kind of got that whole. It was a magical experience, and I was very interested to know how I still felt like I was there with other people playing it, and I get that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I know it sounds as sad as fuck because we're talking about a game and going to things that aren't even there. I get that, but obviously we all love this game, and just like I said, I've already said about the random lavatory toilet on a Tuesday, and I just don't want my Mew quest line to end with that memory. It's just an opinion. It could be an unpopular opinion.
I'm just going to sort of play devil's advocate with that and say, you were talking about on the YouTube side of things. I'm going to propose to you that you can creatively come up with an option or a video story that gets you to your shiny Mew. You don't have to just go out and catch it some random day. You can strategically...
And it'll be me rolling out of bed going through shit.
That's your creative input. But you know what I mean? Like, you know how I think the very first one, I remember Trainer Tips doing this great big trek and stuff to get Mew when he was in Japan or something. And the whole video saga was beautifully crafted and really, really nice. And I kind of relished the challenge because on the Kanto day, I don't want to have like everything, instantly there. I would like to be able to grind for the shinies as much as I possibly can, get all the XL candy, and then I can think later down the road, like when I catch my shiny Mew
on a random Tuesday while having a shit,
maybe spotlight out. I think that the potential to make something really nice and creative with it is cool.
Actually, I love that because that did inspire me a little bit. So thanks. But one thing that actually bothered me about that speech was I didn't think you watched any other YouTubers apart from the Trainer Club. I didn't.
He has Trainer in the name.
Okay.
Came with one of your recommended videos.
Safe.
So listen, gents, because obviously I've been not moaning, just saying how I feel, being a little bit negative. Let's talk about the negative side. What's your opinion on why have some people not bought a ticket? Obviously, let's just put aside, money issues. Let's just put aside stuff like that. Why would if I can't even say if the ticket was free. That makes no sense. But yeah, let me ask the question. Why would people have not bought a ticket for this Kanto event for the game that we all love / addicted to?
Some people I've spoken to, aren't trainer level 40 yet. And they're sort of in this headspace where actually, is it worth me buying the ticket for the event if I'm only level 32? And I had someone ask me that question only this one. I haven't actually answered them yet. So if you're listening to this podcast, this is my answer. So kind of 2 birds, 1 stone sort of situation. Because you're not going to get XL candy. You're not going to get any of that because that's not available to you yet.
XL candy isn't unlocked.
And actually, joking aside, that they're unsure because the communications are coming up bit by bit by bit. I mean, the ticket's been available for a while, but they're only starting to release some of the information now. But people are genuinely holding on because they don't know if they can actually get the maximum benefit out of the event, which, you can see why some people think that.
I do actually understand that because I think it's one of Niantic's biggest shortcomings is doing this weird drip feeding of information. You think, you clearly know as a company what your plan is for this event because you wouldn't say something and all of this and like there are new shinies and things like this in the beginning of December if you didn't know the direction you want to take it as an event. Why not just put all the information out flat out there, and then give people time to make their own decision about it sensibly.
When you think about it, it is actually proper scummy, isn't it? The fact that not 80% of the player base buy a ticket, and all jokes aside, they could have released all the details and it could have been the worst thing ever. They don't care. They've got all their money. And you think in any other situation, you wouldn't get away with that.
It's a bit of misrepresentation.
You wouldn't be able to say, buy a ticket, and then in 2 months, we're going to give you the details. That would never, it is weird how that works. What about you?
It's like egg catching, Coops. It's like egg catching. They never display the odds. They've never made it clear. It's the only paid game app. I know it's free to play, but it's also paid to play. They just aren't transparent. And but like you say, we're the mugs that carry on doing it. And that's why it carries on.
Yeah. What about you, Ian?
I can't see.
God, that was a long pause. You really thought about that one, then, mate. Wow.
I honestly cannot see a reason why anyone that's serious about this game wouldn't buy a ticket, other than maybe financial reasons. I appreciate the fact that there's a financial aspect to some people, but if you love this game and you play this game, I cannot see any reason why somebody wouldn't want to spend a day. And let's face it, it is a day. It's 12 hours. I think we touched upon this earlier. 12 hours.
Yeah.
Playing this game. It's £1 an hour.
Of bad neck ache.
Yeah.
To be fair, I remember at the end of the very first Go Fest day, 10 hours, I hadn't sat down. I'd been walking full flat out, and I walk fast. Any of my friends would attest that, is I walk fucking fast. I got home and I was like, I actually can't feel my legs. I am fucking knackered, so I can't imagine what it's going to be like for the 12 hours.
Well, that leads me to a question, actually. How are you guys going to play this event? Because obviously we're still in lockdown here in the UK.
Yeah.
We're allowed out for daily exercise, but there's always that argument that is 12 hours actually classed as daily exercise?
Well, technically, I'm going to say for us, it's work.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah. There's a loophole there.
I've got Patreon members and I have to provide some kind of content for them.
We've now, in 10 seconds, gone from casual Pokemon Go YouTubers to key workers in the
Yes, exactly.
I
think we're providing a good service. People enjoy what we do. And I don't think anyone would stop me doing that. I've got a camera.
I mean, Ian's hit the nail on the head there, hasn't he? That's the reason why some people might not play it. It's literally that. Because, I'm a rural player. I don't have the luxury of being able to go into a place with loads of Pokestops, gyms, and that. Obviously, I've built the village up and I've created loads.
Come on. Wayfarer, let's go.
Wayfarer, yeah. 15 Pokestops and 5 gyms later.
Oh, really?
Smashing it, my man. Well done.
Yeah, smashing it, yeah. It's a struggle. I'm trying to find stones that count as Pokestops.
Yeah. It gets like that. I end up looking at McDonald's going, should I do it? Should I just do it? Just in case. We're gonna have a Wayfarer episode anyway. But go on, bud, carry on.
I think that's the reason why some people might not do it, because actually we are in lockdown. If you live in a place with 1 or 2 Pokestops and you know what Incense events can be like, and they've been pretty crap. Some of them have.
Well, they have, but look at some of the good ones. I mean, we've had some really good Incense events.
This is 12 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
If people are going to be just sat at home, but they're not going to engage.
There's no way. There's no way.
It's also the fact that it's 12 hours of pure RNG.
Yes.
And I hope the Niantic system for people who are maybe in self-isolation or lockdown or don't have access to shitloads of stops like I do, they actually allow them to get the 150 different Pokemon that are needed to complete the challenge. Because can you imagine if you buy the ticket and then your stupid RNG for your Incense denies you catching all of the Kanto Pokemon?
See, but this is a really good point that I want to add on from. Now, Ian, I don't actually think the issue here is getting out and playing. I think the issue is trading with someone, meeting up with someone. Obviously, no, I'm lying. The 40 kilometers.
40K.
Sorry, I'm lying. But no, yeah. I've got no point there. Shot down.
No,
shot down as soon.
Already said. I mean, we've only just started talking about how the 40-kilometer trading distance is just about potentially enough for Coops and I to do trades because we live in different parts of London.
Thank you, Milo, for backing up. I was worried then I lost my own point, but yeah.
I know some rural players and stuff who don't live within 40 kilometers of another player, so they are stuffed. They can't trade, and then they can't complete the different collection challenges that are available where you have to do trades to complete them.
Yep.
So that's not fantastic.
So, and talking about stuffed, Milo, I'm going to ask you a question here, buddy. You ready for this? Have you got your hat on?
My hat?
Yeah, your Niantic Labs hat. Have you got it on?
I can do. Let me just
Because-
go and get it.
And as well, I need a drum roll here. How can Niantic fuck this up? That's the big question.
Let's immediately talk about the RNG factor, which I've just mentioned briefly. I genuinely believe there will be some players who will have worse enough luck because of Niantic's daft system in game that means they won't be able to get every single Pokemon. I genuinely think there'll be some people who won't complete the challenge, and because they can't complete the challenge, they won't get access to Shiny Mew because of the stupid in-game system.
No, Niantic will just give it them anyway. They always do.
Oh, well, that's actually a fair point. But they might not even get their Shiny Ditto.
I mean,
do the research.
I'm just going to put it out there. Is anybody worried about the lag? Little bit of the lag?
We're turning it back to GoFest 2020, where we couldn't play for about an hour.
I mean, the game is still buggy as hell. I'm worried. I mean, think about how many people.
There's going to be a massive player base online at the same time. Absolutely.
It's every time that a new region kicks in, and this is covering even more of the world at one time because it's 12 hours, not 10. I remember when I think it was about 3 o'clock
when America
in the afternoon,
kicked in, wasn't it?
America's East Coast kicked in, and then our game in the UK just froze, and literally things you couldn't click on any spawns. It glitched, it bugged, all of that.
That was for about half an hour to an hour, wasn't it? It was a while, yeah.
Also, yeah.
And this is what I'm actually obviously quite glad of, that I need to get up early, go out, bang out everything. And if it starts to get laggy at about 3-4 o'clock, which it normally does because of America, it's massive. We just got to be quite grateful that we've had the first 5-6 hours pretty successful. But I'm ready for that. As soon as it hits 2-3 o'clock, I'm ready for the game to just die on me.
But again, it doesn't matter, because when they fuck it up, and guaranteed they will fuck it up, we're going to get a makeup day. We are going to get a makeup day.
Yeah.
Get a makeup 3 hours on a Tuesday. That's what normally happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A working day.
Speaking of makeup days, who remembers Dortmund Go Fest with
no, don't fucking bring that up. Oh my
was it
God.
Safari Zone or Go Fest?
It was Go Fest
2019.
Where I'm not kidding. Over the course of 2 days, I got something like 40 shiny slack off.
Great shiny. It's a solid shiny.
I do love the shiny. It's now become a meme in my local community of me and shiny slack off.
I loved it until the makeup day. Yeah,
it was such a stupid. That was a stupid idea. We should talk about that in another episode. To be honest.
Yeah.
But they could fully fuck things up that way,
and they will. They
could also fuck things up by giving us the wrong spawns. Right. Who's expecting? Like we get Johto spawns, or we get Unova spawns, or.
Or it could be they could make a massive error, make the red badge get the green spawns, and the green badge get the red spawns.
Or they don't turn the shinies on at all.
Well, New Zealand will bitch and moan about that first. They normally get all that.
We push them over. We're like, come on, you Kiwis, you sort it out. You can
you can test it out. Take the fall.
It's better when it gets to Australia, and then it's sorted for when it gets over here.
Yeah, you can get all the bugs, all the errors, and our good old John Handkerchief.
I do think they're going to mess up some shiny. One of the shinies that's new is going to somehow not appear in the game, and I don't think it'll be the Hitmon Channelie. I think it might be Paras and Parasect. They might just forget them, or Spearow, one of the insignificant shinies that for some reason haven't been released in any event are now just dumped in the game. They'll forget to turn one on.
Just out of interest, before we move on, because I feel like we've spoken about the Kanto a lot, and I'm proper buzzed for it. I genuinely am.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Obviously, because we've got Mewtwo with Psystrike back in raids, we've got the birds, the legendary birds back, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Just out of interest, how much money is everybody putting on the Saturday? Because I'm thinking of putting 40 quid on, and just because I need to raid my arse off with Mewtwo. I need a hundo Mewtwo, man.
I'm going to put a tip here.
Do it.
The raid bosses, the legendaries, and whatever level 1s and level 3s go aside them, will be active until the end of February. So you don't just have the Saturday to raid them.
Oh.
So that's where I'm going to say, everybody who's listening to this, including you, Coops, is top tip. Trainer Club style. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
What you need to do, is yes, you need to do one raid and catch each one of the legendaries to complete the challenge, but focus on the wild shinies, because trying to find a shiny Snorlax in the wild is going to become fucking impossible after this Kanto day.
Absolutely.
You've got the entire week until I think the morning of March the 1st, your local time, to raid shiny Mewtwo, which is where I'm going to burn so many Pokecoins.
But this is where I was on the same page. I was thinking people are putting money on. I was like, yep, of course Milo is. What about you?
100%.
Free to play, Ian?
Free to play.
Do
Ian.
not give me this tag. I am not free to play. I never will be. I'm thinking somewhere in the region of 20 to 30. I think that's a reasonable amount. We're obviously going to have to hatch some eggs. We're going to have to raid. There are going to be things that we have to buy. So I'm thinking 20 to 30 pounds is going to be more than enough. But I totally agree with Milo. The raiding is secondary in this event. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say, actually, I think the research task that you have to do will probably give you incubators.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And Incense as well. They'll give you some rewards that will allow you to complete the research itself. So you may not have to spend money on incubators, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Possibly.
What about you, Marky boy? Surprise me. Say nothing.
Well, I'm literally treating this whole event as just like one long community day. I'm really just going to hit it hard. I'm going to catch. I'm going to do the research, obviously getting the bingo card of all 151. But I'm not going to be raiding more than the ones I need on the day to complete it, and like I've got a really good shiny Mewtwo already. I've got a 98% shiny Mewtwo. I'm quite chilled with that.
Oh, sorry, get your biceps out. Someone's flexing on us.
He's flexing nicely.
Doesn't so I don't need to do anything more with that. I'm not really a big Hundo legendary fan. I don't go out and go for them crazy.
Says the man with the Shundo Nidoqueen.
Yeah.
But I'm looking
That was
forward
research, man. You got fucking lucky with that.
Well, I'll tell you what, lads. I'm genuinely excited to see all of your Kanto event videos. I'm looking forward to it. And have a great event. And everybody listening, have the best event. Use your time wisely, as the boys said. Go out there, grind, and just have fun, because it's going to be epic. Like I said, if Niantic don't fuck it up, it's going to be a really fun event. It's going to be a really fun event.
Even when they fuck it up, it's still going to be a good event.
Yeah,
We'll have content.
And going from fun events, gents, I'm really flipping the switch here
to hashtag fun.
The hashtag fun to possibly the worst ever Valentine's event, hashtag in my opinion, in Pokemon Go history. The one that they've just announced, which does start tonight or in the morning, depending where you are in the world. Come on, lads. It's the, I mean, we've all looked at the details. Everybody listening, you've looked at the details. It is the most horrific thing ever. But before we do dive into opinions, Mark, just tell us the actual time and dates, please, bud.
Yeah, so as you're listening to this will have started. So it starts at 1 p.m. today. So that's exciting on Valentine's Day. Exactly that. And it runs through to Thursday, the 18th of February at 8 p.m. local time. So don't have to worry about any of that PSTs and all that crap. It's just local time.
Yeah. I will say 4 years playing this game, the PSTs, I was going to say something else then. They really confused me. So I'm glad you just did it like that. So I'm going to quickly go first. I have very high expectations of events that Niantic does. And I feel like with Niantic, and I feel like with Niantic, we get 2 or 3 really shitty events, and then we get an incredible event. And then I think, the next one's going to be incredible as well. And it just goes back to 2 shitty, 1 excellent, 2 shitty, 1 excellent. What are your thoughts on this new Valentine's event? Because I know you've all had a look. Obviously, we get the new Pokemon, Muna.
It's absolute bollocks. It is honestly, what was this? It was the Team Rocket event, and I was so pissed off with that. No new shiny for it, etc. The Team Rocket, the Team Rocket was really good. People like Mark, maybe, and possibly Ian, who were doing quests.
It really helped me on the road,
which I think was
45.
really good. But everything else that went alongside it, I didn't touch a raid. Genuinely, the raid bosses were shit. So crap.
I mean, we spoke about that earlier, right? I mean, that says it all. We coming up to nearly a year, really, that we haven't had a new T5 raid boss. It's just ridiculous. And
but it's also the level 1s and 3s that go alongside. You think the fact that there isn't a single one that I would be prepared to do, and I am a person who puts some money in the game. Where's the value for me in this? Yeah,
you bought John Hankey's new boat, haven't you, Milo?
I think he named it after me.
But it really, Milo, I'm so glad you agree. It's terrible, and like I said, and I only compare it to past events, past Valentine's events as well. Obviously, this is, if I'm correct in saying, this is the 5th Valentine's event, right? Yeah, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is the 5th Valentine's event, and in my opinion, they should get better. They should get better, but
they should know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's horrific. Ian, Mark, what's your thoughts?
I'm going to take a twist on this one. I've dug really hard into the detail,
Well, listen, because if you're going to be positive, I don't want to hear it. I'm joking. I'm joking.
End the episode now, Milo. In the edit.
It's over. So I have to try and think about people who have just started playing the game. But no, I'm not going to do that. I found some positive.
You savage! You absolute savage! I thought, yeah.
Mark, stick it up for the noobs.
So I found something in this which is potentially quite exciting.
To defeat us.
Okay, no, don't. We're going to talk about that. Don't. We're going to talk about that.
Other than the free remote raid pass bundle, which is going to be given to us during the event, that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Which we get in the Valentines event. Illumise. Correct me if I'm wrong on the pronunciation.
It's,
is not
Illumise.
Illumise.
Is not really Illumise.
Who's easy?
I love the fact you tried 4 times and it's still wrong. I think it's Illumise, is it?
It's Illumise. Yeah.
I say Illumise.
It's not regionally locked for this event, so they're both going to be around. I've checked. It's not regionally locked. So I've checked a few different sources because it doesn't say it on the official announcement, but they're both going to be available. If that changes by the time this comes out,
I take it back. I'm hunting that fucking Mon.
See, for me, that isn't a big deal because I do actually have the shiny of both of those bugs.
there'll be a lot that haven't though.
Ooh,
There'll be a lot that haven't.
I have neither.
You don't?
When there was some event where they were both released.
Yeah, they
at the
were
same
both
time.
released last year.
It was
during...
last
It was
year.
in the summer.
Awards.
Yeah, it was in the
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
summer.
the solstice events or something, yeah.
Yeah, and I grinded for those and did all the research tasks, got fuck all, and then my baby account, second quest, shiny Illumise. It's like, you bastards, Niantic.
You didn't trade
Really?
it to yourself.
I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it.
So there you go. Free remote raid pass bundle and a regionally locked Pokemon being released for everybody.
Yeah, but do you not just think it's all old? It's all trash. It's all garbage.
crap.
It's just all
The
this.
event's
It's
crap.
all this. It's just. And yeah. It's for me. It's like I said. I've got high expectations. I love this game. I want the events to be amazing, and I want to get out and play. But when they release stuff like that, I just can't be bothered. But that also brings me to saying I'm actually quite grateful that this event is absolute garbage because that means I say I won't go out on Sunday, but from Monday to Friday, I can just stock up on balls for Kanto on Saturday. So that
Train
is
club style.
also. Yeah. So, if you kind of agree with me and you think it's a really dull event, I think use that week to obviously shiny check the Illumise, Illu, whatever the fuck it's called, and the Volbeats and stuff. You can use that time to stock up on balls, get 500, 600, 700 balls of Ultra, great, and Pokey and be ready for Saturday. That's what I would suggest anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be running
Likewise.
Gotcha for about a week and hopefully get 1,500 Ultra Balls.
Yeah, you will. And you live on 3 Pokestops, so you're
7.
lucky. Yeah, 7.
Now,
7
with the Gotcha
Pokestops.
radius and the increased distance that you can access them, I can reach 7 stops.
Wow.
Jeez.
Man up.
I am extremely fucking lucky. 1 point, this event could have been made a tad better if they brought out either shiny Ordino or shiny Aloha Mola.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
One of those, because Aloha Mola, whatever the fuck it's called, is a stupid mon, is a level 3 raid boss. But why is it not shiny?
Like Miltank, it's the same type of vibe as how much money
Yeah.
they would have earned from Miltank.
Exactly.
Right?
People
Yeah.
would have gone ham for that because it's actually, Miltank is a rare spawn normally anyway, so is Aloha Mola. So for a company that loves to rinse their players of their cash, they're doing an extremely bad job of it.
Yeah, and this is my problem, and this is what gets into my head, and I can't get it out. If me and all my mates and you lot and loads of others can think of other ways that they can earn money during an event, what the fuck are they actually doing at Niantic Labs? Like you just did one suggestion, you pulled that out your ass, make make Alola Mola shiny, put it in a T3 raid, and they'd earn thousands. And I give
The
up
thing
with
is, this
them.
is the same company that said we put Gibble into level 1 raids, and then I can safely say that across my area of Ealing, I can see about 25 gyms if I walk around a little bit or drift.
Can we guess how many you saw?
Do you want to guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna go less than 10.
I'm going to go less than 1.
It's very optimistic, I guess. Ian?
I don't know how many you would have seen. Not many. It was an ultra rare raid.
Over the course of the whole Sinnoh week, I saw 4.
Yeah.
Over 20 gyms. Most of my Gibble raids, and I did 150 Gibble raids, were invites from my Discord squad and stuff. So if Niantic really, I know Gibble's a rare mod and they want to keep it sort of exclusive, but they could have rinsed us all for cash and I would have fully put my head in the bear trap.
You and many others, including myself. That's the issue. But Now, we've got to touch on this. Talking about Niantic, we've got to touch on this. Now, boys, Mark, did you say you've got up the actual thread, right, from Niantic? Did you say you've got that up about the Valentines event?
I've read it and I've scrutinised it and looked at absolutely everything. And there's one bit in it which everybody has been drawn to. It's quite exciting, actually. Do you want me to share it with you guys?
Yes, read it out in a dramatic announcement way.
Well, so we'll go through all the scroll and the most important bit on the end of this. And don't contain your excitement here.
We're ready, hit us.
Don't sound too enthusiastic.
You're going to need a straitjacket after this.
You ready for this one now? So we've gone through all the bump, and this is it now. If you're lucky, you may encounter a Phoebus.
Oh my God, what?
Right now, listen. Was this a mistake? It must have been a mistake, because usually when they say, and if you're incredibly lucky, you encounter a shiny something. That is, come on, lads, that cannot be real.
There is definitely an intern who has been called into the office of the senior person at Niantic and said, "What the fuck have you done?"
I just look at it, and when I read it, I had to read it. I swear to God, about 8 times I went, "No, that's a mistake. There's no way that they've advertised. If you're incredibly lucky, you will encounter," as Mark did in his, not in your acted dull and dulcet voice, a Phoebus. There's just no way.
I mean, what an uninspired Pokemon in any respect.
Would we genuinely have actually been any more excited if they'd said you might encounter a shiny Phoebus?
No, I would have been more pissed off.
Right, you might encounter a shiny Phoebus. I've accidentally encountered one by complete fucking mishap on a live stream. I'm like, I don't want this. At least if I encounter a normal one, I don't have to catch it.
Milo, that's really interesting. I didn't know you live streamed. You haven't plugged it on here yet.
Sorry, I'm just a one-man PR machine.
I'm only messing. But lads, listen, enough of the bloody fucking Phoebus. I can't deal with Phoebus. We're gonna have a section in our podcast. It's gonna be called Ask the Intern. I'm gonna let man like Milo explain this, because it's his idea, and this original creative idea actually does stem from him. So I'm gonna let him explain it. But sort of every episode, we're gonna have an Ask the Intern section before we do end off the podcast. So Milo, over to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what this is a segment where we want to dive into some of Niantic's recent and possibly older shortcomings, be it a tweet from Niantic support replying to a stricken player in distress on Twitter, or some botched event like we've just discussed with them, probably leaving out the word shiny in a freaking announcement. Chaps, I genuinely think that we will not be running out of content for this segment anytime soon.
Me neither. And has anybody got anything for Ask the Intern today, or was that just kind of like a little preview for the listeners for obviously next time, and we can come back with a bang?
Well, I think we could do a little one here. I've actually got something up on the screen next to me.
Do it.
I'm not going to read out the player's name because obviously animosity, all of that. It says, at Niantic Help, are Shiny Mew and Shiny Ditto available to all the players during the Kanto Tour, or only to those who bought the ticket? To which Niantic support replied,
no way, I'm dreading this reply.
Hi, trainer. Currently, we do not have more information to share in this regard. However, as the Kanto Tour event draws nearer, we'll be sharing more updates with trainers on our official channels. They don't know themselves.
But does that not to you? They released the article saying you're going to get Shiny Ditto and Shiny Mew, and then you read that tweet and you go, oh fuck, it's not everybody's going to get it. That's what I think.
I know that this is sort of a bot reply potentially and all of that crap, but somebody's got to program it. Somebody's got to program it surely and think like, okay, we should probably update it with some information. Come on, guys.
Yeah, well, this feature's got legs, definitely. I think we might be doing this for a bit longer.
Yeah, we're gonna come back with better.
We've got some meat. There are a few good ones in the bank on this one, definitely.
But
sure.
I feel like, for me, I do just want to say to the listeners, I think that everybody, regardless of that tweet, I think that everybody is going to get Shiny Mew and Shiny Ditto, and you can all hold me to that. If we don't, and when we do our review on episode 2. We can all tell each other if we were that unlucky we didn't get the Shiny Mew.
Just imagine that.
I don't think we'll be able to tell them if we've got the Shiny Mew in episode 2 because
Milo will. Milo's walking 800 kilometers in a day.
Watch me.
Gents, before I do the outro, does anybody want to say anything? I've had such a blast today. It's been such a great time. And
I have. I've been a right old good time, chaps.
It's surreal, guys. I mean, and I said that at the beginning. From sort of 2.5 weeks ago, to just suggesting it to being like this in this situation. The chemistry's been, I think, it's been pretty good. And hopefully that obviously comes across on the podcast you guys are listening to. But no, if you've made it to this point of it, thank you. Really do mean it. Thank you.
yeah.
Yes, thanks for listening.
Yeah, that was good. Ian, I'm ready for this. Come on, hit us. The last part of the podcast is on you.
The last part of the podcast. Here we go. I just wanted to thank everyone for listening. It could quite easily have been an hour of torture for you guys. Hopefully, we've entertained you a little bit. Hopefully, our characters have come through because we're not censoring ourselves here. There are no duck quacks. We're literally just talking freely, honestly, and nothing is scripted. So, yeah, hopefully you'll come back for more.
Yeah, and listen, round of applause, please, for all of us.
Oh, yes.
Well done, chaps.
Love you guys to bits. And now, before I wrap this up, did anybody get a shiny on Incense today?
Nothing today.
Nothing.
Damn, that's okay. Well, ladies and gents, boys and girls, if you watch, what am I talking about? If you did listen to today's podcast and you did make it all the way through, please do go and follow us and support us on Twitter. That's the only social media account that we got. I'm turning American then. And go follow us at Incensed Podcast. Please go follow us there and tag us. Let us know if you did get a shiny throughout this episode, because we would love to hear. And also, do not forget to support us. Download, like, subscribe, all of that jazz. You guys know exactly the drill if you like podcasts or like YouTube videos on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the others. But guys, boys, thank you so much for a great episode. Ladies and gents, try to have an amazing Valentine's event, but have an amazing Kanto event. And gents, I cannot wait for the next one.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Genuinely one of the most exciting days thus far this year. And yeah, wishing everybody the best of luck with the shiny hunt.
Absolutely have a great one. I'm going to be stroking my shiny badge.
I don't want to say anything now.
We're going to get
That's
we're gonna
me.
get banned
I think we should leave it on the thought of Ian stroking his Charizard badge. Well, on that note, ladies and gents, thank you so much. Have a great week, and we will see you in episode 2. Bye for now.
I choose you!